Hello everyone, welcome to Lex Gyan. In our today's video, we shall be discussing about the recent events that took place in the state of Tamil Nadu. We shall be not only discussing the series of events, but also the role of judiciary, the outcome of the protests, and the status of Prevention Torture Bill. After the global outrage in the George Floyd case, the death of P.J. Raj and his son J. Bennix due to alleged custodial torture in Santakulam town near Thottukudi in Tamil Nadu has sparked rage across India. So let's understand what exactly happened. P. Jairaj was a 62-year-old man who owned a mobile shop in Santakulam. He was taken into police custody on 19 June in the evening for making remarks about a police patrol team on 18th June, stating that the police team has been forcing the shopkeepers to shut down the shops earlier than the deadline given in the lockdown guidelines. Thereafter, an auto driver had informed the police about the said remarks, and the police team came the next day to take him in custody. The son of P. Jairaj followed the police team to the station following the arrest of his father. Bennix saw his 62-year-old father being physically harassed by an officer and naturally objected to his behavior and tried to stop the officer and ended up pushing the officer in an attempt to save his father, which is a natural instinct of any child. However, this apparently provoked the police team and they thrashed both the father and son for hours. Head Constable Revati, in her 4-page report to the Madras High Court Madurai bench, stated that the duo had been beaten up by the police personnel the entire night with lathis. It is alleged that there were 2 sub-inspectors and 2 constables in the torture team, and a total of 13 officers were present at the station during the said incident. Their family was allowed to meet the duo the next morning after having to wait the entire night outside the police station, hearing their screams. However, the story of the police is different. According to them, around 9:15 p.m. on June 19, S. Murugan, the head constable, and Constable Mutturaj were on their patrolling duty in the area where Bennick's shop is located. The shop was open after the curfew time imposed by the district administration due to lockdown. Jairaj, his son Bennix, and a few of their friends were standing outside the shop. When they were asked to disperse, while the others went away, Jairaj and Bennix sat on the ground and abused the constables verbally and rolled on the ground. In this, they suffered internal injuries. The FIR said that the policemen told the duo about the COVID-19 curfew in place, to which the father and son reportedly threatened to kill the policeman. On 20th June, they were taken to Santakulam Government Hospital. Their clothes were soaked in blood, and their clothes had to be repeatedly changed due to severe bleeding. The police even asked their family to bring dark color lungis after the family gave them white and rose pink lungis. After spending almost 3 hours in the hospital, they were taken to Santakulam Magistrate Court. Suchitra was among the first ones to raise her voice about the Tamil Nadu custodial deaths after a video made by her explaining the events went viral. According to R.J. Suchitra, the private parts of Jairaj and his son Bennix were smashed and then shoved inside their bodies. She said, "I spoke to a relative of the father-son duo and I'm completely heartbroken by the extent of cruelty that has happened with the two. I have come to understand that the private parts of Jairaj and Bennix were smashed by lathis until they became pulp, and then it was shoved back inside their bodies by the police. They were told that you are not men anymore." The duo was presented before Santakulam Magistrate Court on 20th June. Several questions have been raised about the way in which the magistrate mechanically passed remand orders of the duo, reportedly without examining their physical fitness as is mandated by law. Thereafter, they were sent to the Kovalpatti sub-jail. According to a family member who witnessed the scene, the magistrate just waved his hand from the first floor of the building As the police stood outside, he did not even have a look at both of them. Late evening on 22nd June, Bennix died in Kovalpatti Government Hospital after complaining of chest pain due to continuous bleeding and severe external and internal injuries from the alleged torture in the lockup, and Jairaj died in the wee hours of June 23rd. As the news of their death spread, the Tamil Nadu Traders Association downed shutters across the state and protesters came on the roads. On June 24th, the Madurai bench of High Court took suo motu cognizance of the matter and directed Superintendent of Police Thottukudi to investigate the matter and submit the status report. The Madras High Court appointed CBCID team probing the matter. The team arrested a total of 4 officers. Those arrested include the Station Inspector Sridhar, Sub-Inspector Balakrishnan and Constable Murugan. They are placed in the custody of CBCID in Thottukudi before they complete the judicial procedures. Another officer, Sub-Inspector Raghu Ganesh, who was arrested from Thottukudi, was sent to judicial custody. 12 teams have been formed by the CBCID team to nab the other accused. Santakulam station has been brought under the control of Revenue Department on Monday as per the direction of High Court, after Kovalpatti Judicial Magistrate, who was initially deputed to probe the case, said he was harassed and threatened by senior officers during his inquiry at the station. The state government has announced a compensation of Rs 20 lakh for the victim family, while DMK's Thottukudi's MP Kanimozi declared a compensation of 25 lakh for the family. Let us talk about the Prevention of Torture Bill, introduced by Ministry of Home Affairs in the Lok Sabha, which makes torture a punishable offence. The bill had been passed by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha referred the bill to the Rajya Sabha Select Committee. The Select Committee proposed certain amendments to the bill. However, the bill lapsed with the dissolution of the 15th Lok Sabha in 2014. The bill prescribes a punishment of 10 years against public servant who commits torture and has also given a broad and simple definition of torture. Definition of torture: a public servant or any person with a public servant's consent commits torture if the following conditions are met. An act results in grievous hurt to any person. Grievous hurt herein is defined in Indian Penal Code and includes damage to limbs and organs, or danger to life, limb or health, mental or physical, of any person. Second, the act is done intentionally. And third, the act is done with the purpose of getting information. So what are the suggestions given by the Rajya Sabha Select Committee? The suggestions are as follows. Expansion of the definition of torture. Torturing women and children should have severe punishment, and an independent authority must be set up to investigate such activities and help victims be provided with adequate compensation. In 2017, Law Commission stated that we are seriously considering the bill. It is pertinent to note that in order to implement the said bills, amendments would be required in Indian Penal Code, Indian Evidence Act and Criminal Procedure Code. If the police had followed the procedure, the duo would have gotten a maximum of 3 months imprisonment. That is, if found guilty. However, it costed them their life. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe for more such videos. You can also write to us in the email ID given in the description for any queries. You may also leave comment upon what you feel about this recent custodial death in Tamil.